Pressure is building on the Security Council to weigh in.
The last Security Council resolution on this issue was nearly 7 years ago. So I don't want to overpromise by saying for sure that there will be some product in the course of November. But what I do commit to is to using every possible avenue to explore whether the time is right for any of the possible initiatives, including the New Zealand draft, which I think is a constructive and positive contribution to the debate.
New Zealand circulated a draft resolution last week that condemns the escalating cycle of violence, declaring that a two-state solution can only be achieved through direct negotiations, while calling the suspension of peace talks unacceptable. It would call for an end to the expansion of Israeli settlements and for Palestine to refrain from taking matters to the International Criminal Court.
Security Council resolutions are legally binding and could force the parties to act.
In my national capacity, the UK supports anything that will bring peace in the Middle East that bit closer. At some point, we will need, I think, a new so-called parameters resolution that will set out what the content of the eventual settlement should look like from the perspective of the international community. And we will need a timetable, including some dates, and we will need a mechanism, some form of negotiating mechanism, some form of group that will bring together the parties and the key members of the international community.
With fears now that enmity and increased levels of distrust between the two sides could lead to yet another full-scale war. Bryce-Pease, SABC News.